Hey guys, welcome back. If you read the book, The 5 Things You Must Know Before Training Your Dog, then you know we utilize the way of the wolf. So what is the way of the wolf and why do we use it? The way of the wolf is a balanced approach to rearing and training of the offspring and maintaining order within the pack. So by utilizing escape and avoidance conditioning, we replicate nature's methodology and we create reliability in your dog's behavioral responses, which also helps to deactivate its natural impulses that may not be acceptable behaviors in your household. And lastly, it increases your leadership because leadership in the wild is not distributed, meaning it's not shared among the members of the pack, and neither should it be shared with your dog. In the video I have pulled up on the screen, you will see an example of the way of the wolf being played out in the wild. Now let me go ahead and preface the video. There's an 18-month-old daughter. Her mother's not on the screen yet, but you'll see her. And her mother is digging in the snow. And whatever is in that snow, she wants to keep to herself. So as her daughter approaches, you'll see her signal to her, hey, stay away. Whatever's in here is mine. And like a typical teenager, the daughter initially obeys, but then doesn't. Kind of like, come on, Mom, can I see? Can we share this? And then I want you to see what happens next. So let me go ahead and roll this little video here. So here she comes, the daughter. Bam, big time signal from the mother. Don't come over here. Daughter initially obeys, but then all of a sudden comes back. And right here, the mother punishes her for her disobedience. But as you can see in the video, no one is harmed. The mother simply needed to make a point. And then life moves on for wolves. Just like at some point, you will need to follow through for emphasis with your dog to influence their behavior and to also make a point, and life will also just move on. But now your dog is going to be a whole lot more obedient. But let me back up this film just a little bit. So let's take it back here some. Okay, right about this point here, you see the daughter coming back in. And about here, she realizes from the signals that she's receiving from her mother that, oh my, Mom does want to keep whatever's in that snow to herself. I just made a big mistake. And she tries to save herself by diving to the ground first. So she's already in the snow. She's already said, Uncle, but Mom doesn't care. You had the opportunity to avoid this correction, to avoid my punishment. So now, because you didn't, you will have to escape it. And how will you escape it? By saying, Uncle, when I grab you. So mother now grabs her daughter. And you see the daughter fully on her back, Uncle. But what's really important here as well is where does mother grab her daughter? I mean, her daughter's pretty big. She could have grabbed her anywhere. But she chose the neck. Now, one of the biggest mistakes that most dog trainers will make, and also dog owners, is go away from any sort of methodology that targets the neck. Why? Because we humans can't help but draw a comparison between our neck and that of our dogs. But they're different. See, we have hands. Our hands can lift something heavy. If we want to carry our children, we carry them in our arms. We don't carry them by our mouths. If we want to eat, we'll simply either go to a restaurant, prepare a meal, or go through a drive-through. But they have to use their mouths to not only capture animals that are 20 times their own body weight, pull it to the ground, But then they don't even have a fork and a knife to get at the food that they need. They have to use those powerful jaws. In the wild, the neck is more akin to a thigh muscle. And you kind of need to keep that in your head. The average dog has over 200 additional muscles surrounding its trachea, surrounding its esophagus and larynx, and so on and so forth, because they don't have hands. They only have a mouth and a strong neck to support all the functions required of staying alive on the planet Earth with only a mouth. So this is why we utilize collars like the slip collar that I talked about in the equipment video, and also the prong collar, which, different than the slip collar, has teeth. So it's more like mom's teeth on my neck. We're simply trying to replicate what nature uses. Because your dog came from nature. Because your dog shares a perfect pair of 39 chromosomes with that. And behavior and biology are inseparable. So in the upcoming videos, you will not see an all positive approach. Because that's not what nature does. And nature has always been correct. Mankind has erred over and over again. So we train utilizing the way of the wolf. And when we attach leashes, we don't attach them to harnesses. We attach them to slip collars and prong collars on the strongest structure of your dog's anatomy. Because like mother, I don't want to hurt your dog, and neither do you. But you do require obedience. And the neck is the safest place to make that point without harming your dog. I've been doing this for 4 decades with over 1 million dogs. I even own the veterinary hospital. Not only have I never injured a dog with any type of collar around the neck, I have never heard of it. And we never saw one case in our vet hospital. So guys, in these next videos that you're going to be watching, ones that teach you how to walk your dog, to stay, to come when called, to get off of me and my guest, all the behaviors we train, we will be utilizing the way of the wolf. So I'll see you in the next video. Stay tuned.